Now, we could take a little foray here and talk about direct purchase orders,
Right.
which may be something that you're having to deal with. And a direct purchase order is an agreement where a entity that has the ability to, usually for the purpose of sales tax savings, wants to buy materials direct so that they don't have to pay sales tax on those materials.
Right.
Now, if that's the case, then you technically don't need to notice the job because your agreement is going to be with, let's take a specific example, right? So let's say that the city of Miami, or how about this, the Miami-Dade County School Board has a contract to renovate one of their schools, and they need pipe from you, and you have a contract with the subcontractor for $400,000 worth of pipe, and then it gets converted into a DPO. So you then now get a direct purchase order from the school board instructing you that you are going to now buy direct from them up to $400,000 with all of the orders and all of the guarantees handled by your customer. So you now no longer have, in this specific example, you no longer have lien rights. You never had lien rights per se because it's a public project. It's the school board. Even if the contractor is bonded, you don't have rights on that bond because now contractually you have been moved to the outside.
Right.
You are not in line with the bonded contractor. You're now here having a direct contract with the owner. So you no longer have a right against that contractor's payment bond. Your right to payment is under a contract with, in my example, the Miami-Dade County School Board.
Right.
Now, where we see problems occur is where you deliver materials up to the DPO amount, and then at the request of somebody, your customer, the contractor, whoever, you sell beyond the DPO amount. And when you do, just know you are now in kind of a gray area.
Right.
The school board is going to say, I had a contract for $400,000 worth of pipe. I am not paying you $1 more than that. And then you go to the customer and the customer says, well, you don't have a contract with me because your contract is with the school board. So there's two ways to solve this problem, and they should work hand in hand. Solution one, and again, this is two parts of effectively the same solution. Make sure you don't sell beyond the DPO.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So the easiest way not to find yourself in a problem is to avoid the problem altogether. So if you have a DPO for 400,000, you don't sell more than 400,000 against the DPO.
Right.
The second half of this solution to this problem is to include some type of writing with your customer that says when there's a DPO, that anything beyond the DPO becomes a obligation of theirs under their house account. So so if we take my example, now we have a confirmation that $400,000 is going to go to the school board, but they ordered $425,000. So that $25,000 under their agreement is now going to be theirs. And they're going to have to deal with that under the terms of their credit application. The best way to solve this is really not to go over the DPO amount without express permission from them that they are going to be obligated to deal with that. Now, we have had other clients who actually say, you know what, I want to backstop my DPO even further. I am going to make sure that my customer is effectively guaranteeing the DPO amount. So yes, the DPO from the school board is, that's where the money is owed, but I'm effectively going to get a guarantee from my customer so that if I don't get the money from the school board, in my example, my customer's still liable. And those are things that can be added to a separate agreement when you have a DPO. Because remember, the school board, under most DPOs, the owner is not making the order. The owner is delegating that authority to the contractor or subcontractor to place the order. So if there's any issue with that order, the school board is going to say, well, we didn't order it and it's not per the spec. So, you know, we're not going to pay for it.
Right.
So even if you're within the DPO limit, if, you know, if what was ordered was maybe the result of a disputed change order, and now the school board doesn't agree, and your customer is fighting with the school board, and you're stuck in the middle, still within the cap, you may find yourself, well, what do I do? So getting your customer to guarantee all DPOs is one way is another way to solve that problem.